Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing something very unique, and I wanted to bring you guys along with me so that I can show you how I do this particular thing that I'm about to do. So if you're new to my channel, please consider like, commenting, and subscribing. I would love to have you a part of my YouTube family. Okay, if you're interested in the video, let's get into the video. Okay, the items that I'm going to be using is this 2-pack wall shelf, one of these little boxes, this little box, and this little craft square that I'm going to be using. And I purchased these from Dollar Tree. I'm also going to be using this string. But what I'm going to be doing with this string is I'm going to be cutting it so that I can use the little beads that's on here. So let's get into this video. And it's 2 of these that come inside of here. I'm going to take one of these, and this is the wallpaper peel and stick from Dollar Tree. So what I'm doing is I'm taking this and lining it up so that I can make a trace around it to be able to cut this out so that it fits the board. That's what I did, just traced around it. So now I'm going to cut this out. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to put on this little back of here. When you're cutting this out, be sure to try to go a little bit outside of the trace so that you don't cut too much in. So when you're putting it over the board, that the board doesn't show. You can always cut that little piece that's off, but you don't want to cut too much into the line that you trace because you want it to be able to make sure that it covers the board. Take this off, and you want to be sure to line it up so that it covers your board. And it should look like this. Okay, let's take this piece and we're going to put on the back side. Sometimes this can be a little tedious. Take the peel and stick off, and we're gonna line this up again with our board. Make sure I got it turned around. Okay. And it should look like this on both sides. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and trim that little excess off. So what this does is this board has like 4 holes in it because it is used for making shelves. So what I wanted to do was I didn't want to make a shelf, but I wanted to make a backer so that I can build inside of this little box here. I had me a piece of sandpaper, I could, you know, wouldn't have to cut it, but that's okay. We're gonna use what we got right now. All right. So this is what it looks like on both sides. And what this is wallpaper, so it's just gonna stick to the it's gonna stick to it. Okay, since we've made the backer for that, let's carry on. Next, I'm going to take some paint and I'm going to paint this box. Either I'm going to paint it or I may stain it. So I haven't decided on what I'm going to do yet. Let's stain the box. Let me see something first before I stain it. Take that off. Next, I'm going to take these take these little beads. And this is gonna look like little pegs. We're going to paint all around, all sides. We're just going to paint this with the metallic paint. All the way around. Now we're going to do the bottom. And when you do the bottom, you're going to paint the little legs that we made too. Make sure when you're painting, make sure that you're going with your stroke one way. That way you don't get all of those streaks on your wood. Long strokes, just like this. This is too big to get around here, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use my little small paintbrush. That's not gonna be an issue. Then I have these little small brushes, and I'm gonna do the legs with the little small brushes. This part here is a little tedious, but it'll be well worth it in the end. And after the person is done taking their items out of here, they can still use this on their dresser or anything. So that's the benefits of making this little, creating this little box. So to make sure none of that washed finish is showing, and it doesn't take this paint long to dry because we're not using a whole bunch of it. Okay, now I'm going to let that dry a little bit, and we're going to work on the other one. Let's move this one to the side and let this dry a little bit, and then we'll start working on our other one. If I need more coverage on there, then we'll do so. I'll find out in a few minutes once it dries a little bit. I already see a little area on here that I didn't see. This one is shaped a little different. It's more of a rectangular shape. So let's take this part here off. This one is, I think it's going to be more of a rustic look. So let's put our feet on here. And what these little things is they're just basically making our feet to our tray. I usually use wood glue, but I didn't have any. And I didn't feel like going to buy none. Wood glue, or either sometimes I use E6000, but E6000 is out in my garage and I did not want to go searching for it in those bins. So we're going to use this hot glue. When you use the E6000 and the hot glue together, the E6000 gives it like a better hold, but the hot glue helps it. When you put the E6000 and the hot glue on there together, it'll make it so you can work with it a little faster. But right now we're going to just use the hot glue, which should serve its purpose. What I needed to do, because that's a high temp glue gun, so we should be fine with that. Okay, let's apply this other one. And say for instance you wanted this to be higher, you can also just take two. Let me hold on to this. You can take two and give it more height. But I don't want two in there. And this is my happy place, y'all. I really love crafts. So I thought it was about time for me to show you some of my crafting skills. Okay, I think those are good enough to stay right now, so we can start working on it. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to take I don't know if I want to use the darker brown or the lighter one, so I'm going to see. I might use both. Let me just see what they both look like. And this is a premium acrylic paint, and I purchased this from the Dollar Tree. This one here is a little darker than I wanted. This is the color for this one. It's a deep brown. What color is this? This is black. We're not using black. We're not using that black. I didn't realize that was black. I didn't even read the color on that. No, we're not going to use the black. We're going to use brown. And if I have to make it a little darker like I want it, then I'll use the black up to blend in with it. But other than that, we don't want it to be black. Now we're going to take this and we're going to paint. And like I said, you want to make long strokes. This is a little darker than I wanted. So I'm going to take a little bit of water like that color. A little bit dark over there. So we're gonna make long strokes, just like this. Okay. I'm gonna take this a little bit darker than what I wanted. We're gonna take a little water and we're gonna just go like this. Usually I use a baby wipe. I forgot to get some. I'm just gonna use what I got. The baby wipe, because it's wet, it'll just wipe the wood down as much as I need. So you can already see the color changing to a little whiter. Imperfections will make it look a little bit more rustic, I should say. See what that does is it takes some of that brown paint off, and that's what we want. We want it to look more a little lighter, not so dark. Because we're not going for that dark. So it has a little imperfections here, but it still gives it the look that I want it to have. Because as you know, all wood is not one solid color. You know, it has like little streaks and designs inside of the wood. So let's carry on. Now we're gonna do the bottom. And I added a little bit of the water because I realized I didn't need that much. I'm not trying to make it too dark. You'll see what I mean when I show it to you. But you have to be careful with the water with sponge because it will soak up all of that water. Just a little darker. Let me do the feet. Get me another brush. Dip it in the water a little bit, and then we're gonna take this and we're gonna do our legs. And you want to always put something over your table or so that it protects it, to keep the paint from splattering all over the place, because it can. Especially if you're a beginner. If you like working with wood, leave me a comment down in the comments and tell me if you like working with wood, if you work with wood. Or fake wood or whatever this kind of wood is, I forgot. So we're just making some legs for our little container. That's all we're doing with the beads. And once we're done with this and the person takes out all of their things, they're going to be able to use this on their dresser or something. It already has that little rustic look already. It's amazing what a little paint will do. I don't think I ever told y'all, but I made decor for weddings and stuff. That's how my business started off. Is I did centerpieces and different decor for baby showers and for weddings. I would do event planning, and I would basically run the whole decor for the weddings. The whole decor, and be in charge of all of that decor and all of that stuff. Make sure everything looks nice. Take a little bit of this, and I think I'm going to do the inside as well. But I want to let this dry a little bit, and we're going to work on the other one a little bit more. dry enough. I mean, it's, you know, it's enough so I can work with it now. Just gonna tape right here because there was a little bubble there, and I don't want that there. So let's sit this down, and we're gonna do the inside. Some may say why I didn't do the inside before, and the reason why I didn't do that is because I wanted it to dry first before I sit it down on my legs. I had a business where I still have my business. Well, my business is I do display windows and decor. Make the baby shower centerpieces and all of that stuff too. I just try not to. I don't talk about it very much, but that's a little fact, you know, a little something about me that I didn't tell you guys yet. Before COVID hit, my business was doing really well, and the event planning business was doing really well, along with me making wreaths and anything dealing with decor. It was my thing. I also did like baskets and stuff, you know, for other people. Not to the extent that I do now. Because when I would try to just, you know, at first I was just doing it for my family and, you know, a few friends, you know, making the baskets. But my business, my main business was my event planning business. And so I added when COVID hit and it went to kaput. It went downhill because people weren't able to get out and weren't able to spend money at weddings for weddings and all of that kind of stuff, and nobody was able to get around each other, so I kind of just let it fall to the wayside, but I picked it back up. So when my business went, you know, under when COVID hit, I just took the knowledge that I already had from basket designing, and I started making baskets, like I said, for family members and close friends, and it took off. I've always known how to do baskets. Let's put that out there. I've always known how to create and design baskets, but like I said, I didn't do it to the scale that I do now. So that's a little fun fact about me. I just don't really talk about it, but you will start seeing some different designs and all of that on my channel. That's why I say I'm very crafty. And some pieces in here that I'm going to try to get good color. That's why my family was so adamant about me starting a YouTube channel. I'm just like, Mom, you have so much talent, and you just, other people need to see your talent. Maybe you can help somebody. I don't claim to be the best at everything, but if what I do can help somebody, I would love to help. Always been like that. Okay, let's do the inside over here. You just want to make sure it's all of that natural color is covered with the gold. I did these these for other people in the past, so I just wanted to share. Alright, so we're going to sit this one over here, and this was what it's looking like in the inside. And we'll sit that over there to let that finish drying, and then we're going to start working on the inside of here. You don't need very much of this stuff, I tell you. Especially this dark one. Lord knows you don't need a lot of this. I'll just take a little water and it'll lighten up your colors a little bit for you. Well, it basically makes the paint stretch a little bit more. So designing is my happy place when I'm you know, get overwhelmed with life sometime, or overwhelmed with, and I just need some me time. I just go into my craft room, and I don't design in there very much now. It's because well, off camera I do, but the lighting is not as good, so that's why I come in here and do it in here. So I need to replace the lighting in there. You can see me, but not to the degree that I want you to be able to see me. This is an easy little idea that anybody can use right here. I'm gonna do 2. I wanted to do 3, but for the sake of the video, I might do the painting in the other one off camera, and so you can see. But see how that's looking, how pretty that is. And that's the inside. Look at the natural pieces of the wood right there. And then this is how it's looking. Let me sit this down and dry. But this one, I didn't need to take the paper towel very much because I was very, very careful about how much I wanted to put inside of there. Take this one back up. You see that right there? Before we start working on that, we're gonna paint that gold. I should have did that before, but that's okay. I forgot to do that step. Actually, see, I made mistakes, y'all. All right, I'm just gonna go with my little brush and go right in here and paint this little piece gold. Being careful not to put it on top of my wallpaper. That's why I was saying I should have did it first. Shame on me, but oh well. Try it this way so I can see it, y'all. I'm not gonna mess up my paper. Steady hand for this, y'all. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Okay, let's let that dry a little bit. Alright, let's take this. So I'm gonna take this and put it right down in there. Glue and put down here. Now we're gonna just secure this in to lock it in place. And what that is just basically locking that in place. Take my clamps. this does is just making sure it's held on. Let that sit there a little bit. That's what that's looking like. Let's sit that over there. Those two are drying. Let's go ahead and paint this backer. I forgot to do this one. I don't know what I was thinking about, but let's go ahead and paint this brown because it's gonna be the backer for the other one. Towel, and we're going to go over this like this. Okay, let's paint this with this. Now we're going to take this and we're going to glue this on here. Let's see how far I want it to come down. Take some glue. I'm just putting this high temp glue in here. Dry. Okay guys, I'm back. I wanted to let these dry. Now that they're dry, I can go ahead and put the Mod Podge. And what I'm going to do is, it's a glossy finish, so we're gonna Mod Podge this whole container here. And the Mod Podge, what it does is gonna put a gloss on it. And when it dries, this basically is going to seal it on. And when it dries, it'll dry clear and glossy. I'm putting enough on here. Putting it on here a little heavy. And I may have to come back on and put more on here, but we'll find out once it dries. I could have used a bigger brush, but I don't have one in here, so we're just going to use this one. I don't feel like going out there digging in my craft stuff. It looks a little scary right now until it dries, but all of that will dry clear. Okay, you guys, for the sake of time, I went ahead and after the items dried, I went ahead and designed them offline, but I want to show you the finished product and how they look. So let's get started with these. The first one is this one right here. And what I did was, after it dried, I went ahead and I tied some ribbon around here. And this is just regular ribbon, not wired ribbon, just regular pretty ribbon. And then I just, you know, knotted a little bow right here. just to keep it a little bit more rustic. I added a Spa Cherry and Blossom body wash and a Spa Cherry and Blossom scrub from Dollar Tree. So then I added a little bit of floral. Well, let me go back. Before I added the floral, I put some, to build it up a little bit, I just put tissue paper in it. I didn't put no hard paper, just basically tissue paper in it, and then I added these two items into it. And so then I just designed it. So this is what it looks like all the way around. And this gift right here was one of my Christmas in July gifts. So even if I didn't want to sell this for Christmas, I can take this ribbon right here off and put like a prettier ribbon that's not dealing with Christmas and still sell this. I would sell this about $40 to $45. And next, we're going to do this one. And this is how this one turned out, the one that I did with the backer. I put the paper on it, and then I also, to build it up, I just put tissue paper in the bottom of that, a little shred, and then I added the body wash and the scrub, and then I added a little bit of floral just to build it up a little bit. But this is how it looks on the back side and on the front side. This is what this one turned out to look like. And just say, for instance, you didn't want to sell this around Christmas time, you can take this Christmassy flower out and then just add another rose or something like that. You can take it out and add a rose in it like that. And then you can turn this into another type of gift. I mean, it doesn't, the sky is the limit with this. So I thought this would be really nice. This can be used, this design can be used for any occasion, and feel free to use it if it helped you to add something new into your baskets and your concepts, your designs. The next one I did was, I didn't want to do, I didn't want to use spa stuff or bathing stuff for the body or anything like that. So what I did was I designed this one right here. And this is the Bermuda Blue Citrus Fabric Rinse. This is a room spray. It's the same brand, the Bermuda Blue Citrus Room Mist. And this is also a solid gel air freshener. And this one is, I added ribbon to go all the way around this. And the only thing I did was, this was some extra ribbon that I had left over. So that's why I tell you to don't throw away your ribbon. Like if you're taking it off a robe or something, don't throw it away. Just hold on to it, because you can use that stuff, for that ribbon, for something else later on down the line. So I really think this really turned out really nice. This one I didn't add a backer to. I just added some cute little ribbon around it, painted it, added the feet, and then you can use this like as a tray. Like once you take this all out, you can sit it on your dresser and use it like a tray. So I think they turned out really nice. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me in the comments. But what I want to tell you is, during the time I was designing, I would prefer using a little bit of E6000 glue, and then the a little bit of the, what do you call it, a glue gun. I would prefer to use both of them, because I think it'll give it a more so you don't have to worry about your little feet coming off. So if this helped you, if you like it, please leave me a comment down in the comments and tell me what you think about them. I thought they were really nice, and like I said, I wanted to show you some of my creative side, so that's why I did these particular concepts. If you're new to my channel, please consider like, commenting, and subscribing. If you're one of my oldies, thank you so much for rocking with me, and I appreciate you guys. If you're a returning viewer, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you a part of my YouTube family. So with that being said, I think this video has been way too long. And okay, all right, until the next video, you guys. I'll talk to you guys later. You have a safe and wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.